Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here with another NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. We are at Richmond, which would be the last race in the chase if I was doing a championship. Off of my back left corner, you might be able to see him back there in the Napa car. Brandon is joining us once again for my worst to first challenge. Richmond is going to be a pain, I'm not going to lie, but before I discuss that, if you notice a little graininess in the video, that's because Fraps failed me. I wasn't able to record this episode in Fraps, so I used OBS to record the screen, and it gets the point across, but you know, it's safer to know that I'm recording and actually getting the episode recorded than pressing the button, hope it records, do a race, and get out and see that Fraps hasn't recorded a thing. So we are back racing here. Let's pick our way through ever so slightly. Turn 1 is a beast. A lot of braking going into the turn. It's a D-shaped oval. So we're coming off the front stretch and not in a straight line. We're actually turning all the way through the front stretch, which already unbalances the car. And then when under braking, it plants that nose and gets the rear end really light, and it wants to come around. So we have to really make sure that we get slowed down before the turn, at least I am, that's my driving style, before we get there. Oh, reckon, let's go low. Oh, Menard! Paul Menard with a very bad day. Oh, sorry, Stenhouse. Oh, they're wrecking up here too. Joey with another bad day. Stewart! Ooh, okay. So it's official. When cars go flipping, drivers lose their minds. Holy crap. I mean, you see wrecks at Richmond, granted, because, I mean, it's short track racing, it's 3/4 of a mile. Of course, cars are going to get into one another, but you don't see cars flipping. I mean, that is crazy. So there's Paul's skid marks, I assume. And yeah, we saw Danica sort of turn down, I think it was her, get into Paul Menard. He went flipping. And then up here we had a completely separate accident with Joey Logano. Logano went up into the fence, and then rounding the turn, it looked like a classic old Clint Boyer, like reach up and scratch your arm, because Tony Stewart was around. Well, we're going to be making up some spots here under caution for sure. I'm sure a lot of people hit it this time around. So yeah, 3/4 of a mile D. It's a pretty fun track to drive as long as you have a good handling car, and I'm sure that's the same with any track that you go to. But Richmond especially, you want it to stay planted under braking, which is very tough. I also noticed that the AI on this track likes to dive bomb the corners. Turn 3 and turn 1, the AI has a completely different braking zone than I do, which really sets up for failure. Come on. Freaking Ryan Blaney slowing things down. But yeah, there's Brandon back there. Looks like 2 or 3 cars back. So he made it through that wreck, which we did not cause. And it's always fascinating to look at NASCAR Racing 2003 season when the AI decides to wreck on their own. They make human mistakes. Yeah, we're in 24th already. It's lap 6 of 40, so we're making good time, we're making good pace as far as how many cars we're passing. It'll be a good question whether or not they will stay single file after the restart or not. Being a short track, I'm going to venture no. If this was, say, a Darlington or something like that, then maybe they would stay single file because single file is fastest. But Richmond, it sort of seems that both grooves are in, both the lower and the upper, and it's just about who outbrakes who gets off the turn quicker. I mean, it seems obvious, but at Richmond it is far more pronounced. Well, we're not going green this time around. Caution flag laps tick very quickly at Richmond. A lot better than Talladega or Daytona or the road courses for sure. I know it's kind of, you know, an old game, but I wish they would have things like wreckers or Juan Pablo Montoya-inspired jet dryers to go around the track in certain areas. They can be just, you know, static objects. You know, as you go around and with one lap to go, they pull off or something. Just to add that ambiance, that little, the environment, get yourself immersed a little bit. It's always cool to see on-track activity and, you know, maybe, come on, Blaney. Maybe not for Juan Montoya, but here we go. We're lining up on the outside line, which means there are cars a lap down here somewhere. I don't know if they're going to be making their way up here or not. They may be so badly wrecked or still in the pits, so we may not have anyone come to our inside, but the important thing is not to pass Ryan Blaney before the start-finish line. Let's see if we can put a little bit of heat in these tires. The restart on cold tires at Richmond is very trepidatious. Getting into the first turn isn't so bad on a restart. We're not up to full speed. But turn 3 is where we will earn our money. And then coming back to the line and into turn 1, all bets are off. Let's see if we can get a good restart here. Green, 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 green. All right, we're rolling good. We're sticking to the bumper, the 21. This is going to be good for us. Let's go. Make the pass. That is illegal. We did not pass before the start-finish line. Unlike the NASCAR of today where we have to stay in line until we cross the finish line. All right, we've got the position on Blaney. Yeah, of course. Okay. I thought he was going to chop down on my nose, but he's holding the high line, and I've got hard pressure from the back. Frickin' Brian Scott. I tell you, where there's a wreck, Brian Scott is no more than a stone's throw away. And that's true in real life, and that's true in NASCAR racing 2003 season. All right, so we'll pick and choose our battles. We'll take it nice and easy here. They are staying single file for the most part. We see a little bit of two-wide racing in front of us, which will help us get by. We'll try to use Brian Scott sort of as a drill to mow through some of these people, literally and figuratively, and we'll follow him through as best we can. I just have to be really cautious entering these turns. We don't want to be driven into the back of, and we don't want to overdrive and slide up into anyone. All right, we're clear of Ryan Blaney. Let's focus. I tell you, this track, if you aren't conditioned, your arms will get tired, because this 4 seconds right here is the only time that you can really relax. The rest of the time you're turning the wheel. Well, looks like Ryan Blaney thinks he's better than us. Dang guy. Oh, and Harvick's back here. That is unexpected. Maybe he had a bad pit stop. Hardy, har. Ah, good old Kevin Harvick. Ow! Okay, didn't mean to get into that wall, honest. Although maybe if we scratch up the right side a bit, we can get some more downforce. And that's true. Like in real life, some of the drivers say after they hit the wall, the car handles a little bit better. Maybe it's just a bend of the sheet metal here and a shifting of the spoiler there.
One outside at your door.
Well, okay, let's try to get around Ryan. All right, so Tony's going to take that spot. I am just really afraid to dive into the corners deep. I don't think this car will stick. And the last thing I want to do is put ourselves into a bad spot. Oh, it looks like Tony's trying to move Blaney out of the way. If he does, we'll follow him. Yeah, we're single file more than I thought we were. Looks like this is about the speed that we're running. Unfortunately, I can't get any good bite off. And they're beating me into the corner, something heavy. We can try to roll, but then we lose all of that momentum. We might get under Tony here. He's getting slowed up by Blaney, which is great for us. Try to hold that bottom. So he just sails it in much, much further and then really slows down from corner exit. We got a fender on him. See if we can get him. Go in the turn here, nice and tight like, and we're cleared. Excellent. So we made up that spot that we lost. Now if we could just get around Blaney, that would be excellent. I don't think we've taken the 20 to go. Now still not 20 to go yet. Or maybe we did and I didn't hear him.
Outside.
All right, drive it in a little bit further, clip the apron just a touch. It upsets our balance in that drive off. You can see it there. He had a straighter line off and he could not capitalize. And that's sort of Richmond in a nutshell. You think you've got them under braking and then they get you under power and vice versa. Turn 1 is not where I would like to really dive bomb and make a pass. I don't have enough room for a slide job. With all these guys running nose to tail, I wouldn't have enough room to clear it. See if we can get under Blaney here. Okay, we're starting to check up. Looks like Trevor's down there in the bottom. I don't know what he was doing, scraping the wall a bit. Let's carry our momentum. Looks like they checked up a bit for the lap car, which will help us.
Still there?
All right, we are in the gaggle. And looks like we got Blaney here on corner entry. Let's see if we can get him. All right, he's still there. We might get him drive off. All right, we cleared him out to the wall. He checks up a little bit, which helps. All right, let's roll in and see if we can fill in this gap in the bottom. We can. Oh, that 7 is really slow up top. 3 wide is definitely not something I want to do, so we'll follow the 23 and let him figure out his life. See if he can get around the 13 or not. All right, just sort of picking and choosing. We'll get around the 7 just fine. The bottom line will move as long as you continue to roll. It doesn't look like these cars are putting much of a fight back on the high line. I want to get around Mears, so I don't want to give up my spot on the bottom, but that car behind us there might have other plans. All right, we'll go under him, and yeah, we'll still technically be 3 wide. I'll let him go. He was trying to pass Harvick anyway. And with these AI drivers, that's like the biggest difficulty is when you try to pass them as they try to pass another car. They don't give. They are committed to their pass, and oh, yellow flag. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but we'll get caught up with the pacing line. So we'll be behind the 23. Mears can just settle down back there. Sim it down now, Mears. And I don't know how many laps there are to go. I don't want to reach over and hit the F1 key. But I don't think my spotter said anything about 20 to go. But we've been green on quite some time, and these caution laps are actually flying by pretty fast now that we're trying to get caught back up. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're behind the 23. Let these cars figure out their lives. I mean, Kyle Busch is back here. Well, I would gauge it off of Kyle Busch, but it looks like a bunch of others are having difficulties. I mean, Harvick's back here too, so I know this ain't the lead pack that we're in. We haven't seen Hayden or Hare or Jimmy or Junior or Edwards or anyone like that, so. I mean, there's the pace car there. I mean, it looks like we're halfway through the field. I mean, as long as we're not dead last, we've made up a spot, and that's positive thinking. Yeah, we're dead middle. Lap 26 of 40. So 14 more laps to go as of now. Probably 12 or 11 to go once we take the green. We'll have a 10-lap sprint to the finish. Which that's 2 cars a lap. We're definitely not going to do that based on our pace that we've been having. But maybe a top 15 is within our grasp. You know, I'm not counting anything out. Yeah, I'm just letting these guys roll to the bottom. Their accordion effect is strong under yellow, and it's bad at Martinsville. When we go to Martinsville, if we have a caution, you'll see the accordion effect very badly. It's like the pace car slows down, then it speeds up down the backstretch and leaves everybody. Then everyone else tries to catch up, and by the time you get into the turn, the pace car is slowing down, so everyone is already slamming into each other. Not very fun, but we'll see what happens as far as Martinsville's concerned when we cross that bridge. Of course, we got Chicago the next weekend, and I believe Dover the week. No, we've got this race, then Chicago, then New Hampshire, and then Dover. So some more short trackish racing to tide us over until we get to Talladega, the crapshoot that I'm probably the most looking forward to the last 11 races, because Talladega is one of those races that anyone can win, and it's really tight, and you don't feel that you're being beat by other cars. You just get beat by being in the wrong line, you know, not thinking out your strategy, which is cool for me. I consider myself a better plate racer than I am a short track racer for sure. But I'm really looking forward to Chicago next week. It's almost like Kansas, and last time I did Kansas, I think that was the second race I did in this series. I was able to get to the high line and really haul the mail. So almost being a sister track, I'm hoping for similar thing. All right, pace car, let's get going. I know we're staying behind the 23, but it'd be nice if we go green next time. All right, we're going green once again, staying on the outside line, which means there's more than 10 to go, and there is a lap car already up there. If we're lucky, that lap car is going to wash up into that lead pack and take out a bunch of them. One can hope. Whoop, there we go. Just making sure I was in the right gear. Yeah, the way this AI is driving, though, I wouldn't put it past them to wash up and take everyone out. It's just a question on whether or not we make it through or not. All right, pace car is ready to duck on off. We don't have a lot of time to talk about this. We're ready to go green.
I'll call the green there.
I am tired of following the Dr. Pepper car. Let's see if we can make something happen on the start here. If we get good bite. Here we go, green, 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 green. All right, good bite. We're right on his tail. Let's make that move to the inside. We're clear, and everyone else is starting to fan out too. We're under the 4. Nice and easy, real respectable like. Oh, Harvick is pinching us down something fierce. We gotta stay on the bottom. We lose that momentum. Thanks a lot, Harvick. He could have moved up, but he chose not to. He chose to keep us pinned down to the bottom. Yeah, that 23 was making a move on that 44. We stayed under. All right. Easy does it. We could possibly get by Kane. I think we're faster than Brian Scott. In fact, I know we're faster than Brian Scott. We'll put him in our back pocket. Even though he's fighting back hard on the outside, we'll get under Kane. Yeah, it feels like we've got some decent bite now. The car actually feels better than before the caution. I don't know if putting a heat cycle on the tires does wonders or not. Usually putting cycles on tires are terrible, but it's almost like we've got scuffs. All right, we can pass Biffle, and there's Edwards. So we've reeled in Edwards. He's having a mediocre night, I guess. Oh, and he's trapped behind the Stenhouse. Yeah, if you get trapped behind Stenhouse, you are going backwards, my friend.
Still there?
No, Edwards is pinching us down 3 wide. Oh, jeez. Edwards is not giving an inch. Usually old cousin Carl will lay back a bit. Oh, we got pressure from our inside. Looks like Casey Kane wants it. We'll drive straight as we can off the turn. Try to gap him a bit. We'll follow Harvick through. That's really the first time we were able to take a wide arc into turn 1 like this whole race. Usually someone's been on our outside. But we'll try to make the outside work. Whoa, jeez! I had to play pitch and catch there. That was vicious. All right, let's reel ourselves back in now. Casey's on our low side. Maybe we can drop in here behind Casey. Yeah, we're going to have to. Oh, car's pushing a bit, scraping the wall. No worse for the wear, though. I want to try to maintain this high line because if they go dive bombing into the turn, I want that good drive off that you see here. We're able to make a move under Casey. All right, easy does it going into turn 1. You don't want to wash up into him. Hug that yellow line. We're going to get good drive off. We didn't clear him until midway down the straightaway. That hurts our overall speed. We got him cleared now. We can wash out to the wall, get as much speed around that turn as we can. Make a move on Harvick. Nice out braking there. We got slowed up by Larson, but we still made a good move, I think. We just have to clear Harvick. He's charging hard on the outside. Harvick's not taking no guff from nobody. We cleared him.
Clear.
All right, let's focus on Larson. Now they're starting to space out so we can kind of drive our own line. We can make the moves where we would like them to be made. We're not forced to run any line that we don't want to run. And I think we can get good bite off here. Yeah, really good bite off. We'll go under Larson. Hopefully we'll have him cleared on the exit of turn 1.
Here we go. Still
We
there.
can settle in behind Bush. This will be a good,
Stay low there.
clean pass. There we go. That's how it's done. That's like the first quality pass of the night for me. Everybody else was just hanging on that quarter panel. We don't want Larson to get a run on us. We'll try to drive off as straight as we can. White flag in the air. Let's work on Bush.
White flag, what's the circle?
No real pressure from behind. I think we can get Kyle before the line. We can work on it. All right, M&Ms. All right, let's go under Kyle. Easy does it. He's driving to the bottom. We'll have to get good drive off here. Have to get good drive off. We'll take the high line, try to carry speed. Nope. Whew. A hard run to the finish.
Checker flag.
But we
Checker
did
flag
finish
right
14th.
here. It's
14th place from 40th and 40 laps and 2 yellow flags. Not too shabby with a track as narrow as Richmond is. We'll go ahead and hit pit road here. And we are right up here.
3,000 second gear.
Okay, let's hop out of the car. Take a look at the replays that we've got going. We have a few caution flags to look at, especially that flipper with Paul Menard. All right, here we go. So the 44 was pushing the 43, and then we get up to the wreck right up here. All I saw was Danica move. Okay, so that was Stewart. That was Stewart coming down into Michael Annette, it seems. But that, yeah, Paul Menard got the short end of the stick. So Logano gets into Tony. Tony comes down into Michael Annette. Oh, and Menard just gets drilled in the door by Danica Patrick. There goes Brandon making it through on the absolute apron. The track cleared up very quickly. Oh, and there's the second wreck. So, yeah, it was Stewart. So Logano and Allmendinger wrecked in front of us. So the 46 was slowed from the crash in front of him. Try to get a better angle. The 46 was slowed from that wreck. Logano's pushing. AJ turns. Logano goes nose first in the wall. And then Stewart just straight up pulled a Boyer. I kid you not. It was coming off the turn and he freaking, hey, Tony, why don't you reach down there and scratch that itch? And then he locked up his brakes and there goes Brian Scott. And there goes Brandon through the grass, avoiding that wreck too. I tell you, 3 crashes on the third lap. Like, they're sort of all tied together, but dang, Paul Menard got the short end of the stick from that one. I mean, he's driving along straight, and all of a sudden he goes for a ride in the washing machine. He doesn't even know what hit him until Danica comes along, and he drills right in the door. Another car seemed to hit him in the tire. As he was hitting the door, he sort of got lifted. But yeah, that's poor Paul Menard. Well, anyway, a pretty fun race, I must say. Looking forward to Chicago next time, but that is going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold, and I will see you in the next NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. Take care.